This that happened yesterday. I was sitting in your lockup downstairs for retaliation for what happened at Danbury Library. Completely uncalled for, unlawful arrest, unlawful seizure of property, and this is why I'm here today.
Okay.
And this is why I need you guys to really look into this, because I'm not gonna.
Imagine being arrested simply for filming in a public building, and then the police seize all your equipment, refuse to identify themselves, and hold you for 6 hours without cause. That's exactly what happened to Long Island Audit in Danbury, Connecticut. Today, he returns to the police station with one goal: accountability.
How you doing today?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing well. I would like to speak with somebody from Internal Affairs. I have an Internal Affairs complaint.
Your name, please?
My name is Sean.
Hang on, Shawnee.
No problem.
Sean, there's nobody up there right now. Would you like to make an appointment? I can put you into a voicemail.
No, I need to speak to somebody to make a complaint against a police officer. This is Danbury Police Department, and there should be somebody here who can take a complaint. My rights were violated by the Danbury Police, and there has to be somebody here who can take a complaint.
Well, let me have some idea, and I'll try to get somebody for you.
What do you? Like I said, you guys know who I am. I'm here just to file a complaint,
I
sir.
have no idea who you are.
No, your department knows who I am. I have a complaint. I ran out a statement already. I need to talk with a supervisor, a captain, a lieutenant, anybody of that nature.
Well, tell me your name at least.
Yeah, I told you my name is Sean. Sean Reyes. Reyes.
Okay.
Sean Reyes. Very convenient how there's no one in this 3-story building from Internal Affairs available to speak with me to make an appointment. I'm filing a complaint against the police officer who violated my rights, and no one wants to speak to me. Great, thank you. Filing a complaint against an officer who didn't even identify himself to me, just put me in cuffs, and wait till you guys see the video. It is going to boil your blood just like it boils mine. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as lion. We, the true patriots of this country, will be bold as lions. Hey, how you doing?
I'm the shift commander today. What's up?
You're a shift commander?
Yeah.
Sergeant,
Castro.
Yeah, is there somebody like above you, like a lieutenant? It's just that I never really get any. No offense, I just never really get anywhere when I speak to sergeants. To be honest with you.
No, there's no lieutenant here today. There's
You
only
have
sergeants
and you
here
have
today.
and you have nobody from Internal Affairs here.
Well, we have people administratively on the 3rd floor, which are lieutenants and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
as far as patrol, it's
I have a serious complaint that I want to make, and I think that it should be heard by an Internal Affairs investigator.
Well, let me see if he's here. I know he's here earlier. I don't know
Okay.
if he's here now.
Because, I just,
Okay.
it's not like I'm coming here 8 o'clock at night or in the middle of the day. I'm just trying to make it, it's a serious complaint. This is a serious complaint.
I'll see if our lieutenant is here.
Yeah, anybody from Internal Affairs.
Well,
just somebody.
we got a sergeant and a lieutenant. I don't know if they're either here. I know I saw the lieutenant today. I'm not sure if the sergeant's here. I didn't see him.
Okay.
Let me see if he's here.
Or you have a professional standards as well, right?
We do. I'll see if they're here.
Somebody has to be
I haven't
here.
seen them today. I've been down in the office doing administrative stuff. I haven't seen them. I'll see if they're here. And if they're willing, or if they're available to come down, I'll let you know. If not, you may have to make an appointment. I'll give you their names, and you can come back and make an appointment with them.
All right, so see what you can do for me, please. Because
I
like I
will.
said,
Let me
this
go-
is very serious,
Let me make
Sergeant.
some phone calls.
Very serious.
Okay.
Apparently, there is no one here, or not available, which is convenient. That will take a Internal Affairs complaint. They also have a Office of Professional Standards here. I've come to know Danbury Police Department very well, so they really can't lie to me or try and give me the runaround. But that's what they're gonna do. if one of their officers did something as egregious as what they did to me, like I said, if you want the details, I'm not going to go into it on this video, but if you want the details, I'm going to put the link in the description for my live where I go into detail on exactly what happened yesterday. Grab some popcorn. It's a good one. And grab a stress ball because you're going to be stressed out after you hear this one. Egregious. I don't know how I attract the biggest tyrants in the state or in the country for that matter, but that seems to be the case all the time. The biggest tyrants. Training classroom empty. They need to get some constitutional rights training, First Amendment training here.
There's nobody available here right now. There's nobody in the building that's above me. What I called him on the cell phone. What he told me to do is if you want to fill one of these out, you've done this before. Mm-hmm. Fill one of these out. If you want, I'll take it. I'll forward it to him. And then
Who's him?
The IA lieutenant.
Mulvaney?
He's the captain.
Okay.
There's an IA lieutenant under him, which is Sturdivant.
Okay.
Lieutenant Sturdivant. You want to fill this out? I'll take it from you. I'll sign for it. I'll forward it to him. You can make an appointment. He'll be here next week sometime. If you want to come back, and he'll say he'll come down to me.
Well, just so I wanted to just make you, since you're the only person I can actually talk to here, apparently. Yesterday I was arrested at City Hall in Danbury. I believe you came to the first City Hall I went to when I first, yes. So I went to City Hall again. Because remember, I didn't go upstairs or anything in that one. So I wanted to check out the whole City Hall as I'm allowed to. So I went in there, security guard became very aggressive. They called the police. First of all, he assaulted me earlier in that day and I went to press charges on him and they said, we'll take a statement from you, take a statement from him. They downloaded my video and supposedly sent it over to the state's attorney. So, he should have been arrested then and there, but this would have never happened because then I went back, because I still didn't go upstairs. He wouldn't let me because he was assaulting me. I went upstairs, and as I went upstairs, he's following me, which is fine. Then I went into the town clerk to get FOIA request forms to film. Starts freaking out on me, telling me I can't film in the town clerk's office, which is publicly accessible. I'm conducting business, and I'm gathering content for my story. I'm an independent journalist, as I told you last time. And basically, the corporate counsel came, egged him on. They called police, Danbury police. The problem is that I don't know the officers who responded, which is a big deal for me because I need their names and doesn't seem, so if you can get me that public information, that would be great because I wrote the whole statement out, but I left blanks where their names are because they didn't identify themselves to me. And they seized my phone, so I don't have the video, right? I offered for them to take it off like they did for the other guy's charge, take it out of my phone. No, they just seized it from me completely. So at this point, I was talking to one of the officers. He said, you have the right to film in here. Everything's okay. No big deal. Everything's going to be all right. Being respectful, just like I was last time, not yelling, not screaming. And this other officer came over. Like I said, don't know his name, which is this is scary that this happened to me and I don't even know who did it, and I don't have evidence to show that they did it, After I'm talking to this one guy, we're having a good conversation. The other officer goes and talks to the corporate counsel and the security guard. He comes back to me, comes straight up to my camera. First thing he says to me is, are you recording? I said, yes, I am. Of course I am. He grabs my phone, turns it off, puts it in my pocket, puts my hands behind my back, and places me under arrest. As he's walking me out, I said, what am I under arrest for? He said, trespassing. I was dumbfounded. So imagine me being let out in cuffs when a man who physically assaulted me on camera is walking right beside me free as day, and I'm being trespassed. I'm being charged with trespassing, and then later on I've come to find out they charged me with breach of the peace. Breach of the peace, I've looked up the statute. There is nothing in the statute that I've done, and you guys have body cameras, just like I record. Like I said, this was a grave injustice that happened yesterday. I was sitting in your lockup downstairs for 6 hours. I was given You're the shift commander, so you're giving people bail today, right?
Well, no,
Right? That's one of your jobs,
I
right?
mean, that is my job.
No, but right now, that's your job, right? You would give them bail, right? On a trespassing and a breach of the peace, I got a $10,000 bond.
Okay.
This is retaliation for what happened at Danbury Library. Completely uncalled for, unlawful arrest, unlawful seizure of property, and this is why I'm here today.
Okay.
And this is why I need you guys to really look into this, because I'm not gonna let this go.
Like I said, do you want to fill this out again, or?
Yeah, no, I got the statement that I'm gonna attach. I'm gonna fill out this upper part.
I guess you did it last time, so do the
Yep.
same thing. I'll take it, I'll sign for it, I'll forward it to the guy.
And I'll get a copy of it that it's signed.
I don't think you get a copy of this.
I'm gonna need a copy that it's signed, that you
But
received
this is
it.
a document. I don't think you get a copy of this, because this, I don't know if this is an official
I got one
document.
last time, Sergeant.
From who?
When I did it last time, I
Okay.
forgot the sergeant's name, but it's a public record document. It's not a big deal. It's just so I have something that says
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a copy of it.
Sergeant
That I signed for.
Castrovic.
And so yeah, just fill it out. I'll get a copy of it. I'll give it to you, and then
Okay,
you
great.
make an appointment for the IA lieutenant next week when he's here. Monday
Okay,
to
can you
Friday.
give me do you have a card?
I'll give you a card with his name on it.
Great.
I'll be right back.
Also, can you give me a pen, please?
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate that.
That's all. That's what you want, right there.
Yep, thanks, Sarge. And
You need to.
I'm gonna fill it out, and then
Okay.
the one other thing, are these the names?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sergeant. Yep, thank
Okay.
you, appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then just let him know when you're done. I'll sign it.
The arresting officer was Contreras?
That guy.
Pharrell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let him know when you're done. I'll come out. I'll sign it in front of you.
Yep.
I'll make a copy and give it to you. And then.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, guys, so we're going to fill this top section out and attach it to my already written statement and give it to the sergeant. Can you call the sergeant?
I'm sorry.
Can you call the sergeant? I finished with the...
Actually, he's in orders, but I'll take it from him. No problem at all. I'll make sure he gets it, I promise.
No, I need him to sign it and give me a copy.
Okay.
Okay? Hey, Sarge, let me ask you a quick question. Can you get your pen back? As far as my phone being seized as evidence, who can get that back to me and just take the video off my phone? Who has the authority to do that? Because it doesn't need to be seized if I'm willing to give you the video. I'm willing. You guys have a machine downstairs, I know, that can extract videos from phones.
Right.
And I'm willing to allow you guys to do that. Right now, you guys can't get it. It's password protected, you know what I mean? Yeah. You need a warrant and all those other things, but I'm willing to give you the video. I have nothing to hide. It just makes it very inconvenient for me not to have my phone. You know what I mean? And then my court date's not till August 19th, so that's a long way away to not have your phone. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you right now, it probably won't happen today.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, who do you think I should? What would be the best way to do that? Because I'm sure I remember the public library, the chief put out a statement, so he knows who I am. He knows what's going on. Right. But, hopefully, obviously, I know the chief's a busy man.
If you call up here Monday,
okay,
we should be able to get the phone back to you.
Like I said, I'm cool with you guys taking the video out.
Obviously you're gonna probably have to be here to do that.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
So that would work. So, I would probably venture to say that I don't see any reason why if we give us what's on your phone, the video, that I guess whatever they want.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
so
I know. Good thing.
I don't have a problem. I don't see there's a reason why you shouldn't be able to get it back.
I have faith in you, Sergeant. I have faith that if this would have happened to me while you were there, you would have told them to release me. But I got faith in you. You were real good last time.
This is let's just explain this real quick.
Yeah.
See, that's me that's accepting this. That's going to be the case number that I pulled for this today.
Okay.
So and I wrote that. I could put it on the other card if you want, but.
Okay.
So that's
fine.
Everything from this point forward will
be under that case
which
number.
is under this case number.
Okay.
Let me go make a copy. I'll give
Thank
it to
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
And then, like I said, if I were you, I don't know.
Give a
how
call,
You want, I don't want to. You're coming back.
No, I'm coming back. Yeah.
No. I mean, you're coming back and forth from Long Island.
Yeah. No, but I'll be back. Something like this happens.
Okay.
I basically start living out
There's
here.
a couple ways you can go about this. You could either call up here and see if the IA is here before you make your trip, and then come up here, and then you can either talk to him or make an appointment, wherever that works.
Okay.
Or,
But IA is not in charge of like not in charge of.
well, he's going to be in charge of this.
That. But what I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out.
I have to make
About the phone. That's
Monday,
most important.
What we'll probably do is I don't know if I'm going to be here Monday or not. I don't know if I'm off or not. But on Monday, you could probably call. We could probably, since it was seized as a result of an arrest, whether that arrest was valid or not.
Yeah, I know.
We're probably going to have to call the state's attorney to see if we can release it. And if we tell them that you're willing to give us whatever video, I guess, we're seeking of this.
Yes.
Then they'll probably just say download the video and give him back his phone.
Okay.
And that'll be.
Yeah, it's a long time to be without my phone.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
That's a long time.
I know there's.
Yeah, it's like getting kicked when you're down, you know.
Right. So anyway, as far as the IA thing goes, like I said, since you're coming back and forth from such a long way, if you want that card I gave you, the card I gave you, call up here. His telephone extension is his court number, which is 504.
Okay.
So if you call up here, you punch in 504 and leave a message about making an appointment
with him.
Hopefully he'll call you back, and this way it's easier for you to set up instead of driving back and forth.
Gotcha.
Then when you come up here, hopefully your appointment will be sometime next week. When you come back and forth up here, then you can get your phone cleared up.
Yeah.
You can do that.
No, I'll be back here Monday for sure.
Yeah, like I said, instead of coming back and forth, like I said, you do what you want.
No.
Just make it easier for you. You can make
Appreciate
it
it.
easier when you come on Monday and stuff like that. So,
Appreciate it, Sarge.
let me make a copy of
All
this.
right.
I'll give it to you, and then you're all set.
All right, thanks, Sarge.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, that's yours.
Thanks.
Everything's on there. My name. From this point forward, obviously, you're going to be dealing with the IA.
Yeah, IA
So
guys. I
your
know.
number's on there, and like I said, if I were you, before you go back and forth, you just make
Make a call,
Yeah,
make an appointment.
Make it easier for you.
Yeah.
Make a call, make sure he's here to come up, and then maybe if you come up Monday, you can get everything done at once. So.
Gotcha. Thanks,
All right,
Sarge.
all right, man.
You have a good one.
Thanks.
All right, guys. So we're just getting out of here. The Danbury Police Department, Danbury, Connecticut, filing a internal affairs complaint against Officer Farrell. I now know his name. The sergeant was kind enough to provide me with that. So first I want to get this out of the way. I can see the comments already. I hear you guys. I'm right there with you. We investigate ourselves and find that there was no wrongdoing. That's what's going to happen here. 9 times out of 10, that's what's going to happen. I know that. I spent a good hour writing that complaint up, 2 pages, very detailed. I do this for the reason of a paper trail. You need a paper trail. You need to go through the hoops. I'm obviously going to litigate this and file federal lawsuits against Officer Farrell and the Danbury Police Department and the city of Danbury. So, you need to have the paper trail, and you need to exhaust all your remedies of redressing your government. I know nothing's going to happen of this with this internal affairs complaint. But like I said, you just got to go through all the motions, do everything you got to do, and move forward. I'm going to be going to the FBI. Probably on Long Island. When I get back to Long Island, I'll head over to the FBI. Maybe I'll go to New Haven. They refuse to talk to you at New Haven, the FBI field office, if I'm recording. Just more typical BS from our law enforcement here. They don't like transparency. They don't like accountability. They will actually refuse to take a complaint if I'm recording. So, another violation of your rights, but, you can't sue everybody. So you got to pick and choose your battles, and this is a battle, this one here in Danbury and the other one in Waterbury. We're going all the way with it. I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm going to put the link in the description for my live where I go into detail about everything that's happening. So everything that happened. And also I'll give you updates on what's happening over there in Waterbury when I was arrested at the post office. Again, another video you guys haven't seen yet.
While internal affairs rarely hold their own accountable, every paper trail matters. Long Island Audit knows the system is rigged, but he's playing it smart, filing complaints, preparing lawsuits, and standing firm in his rights. Because change doesn't come by staying silent, it comes by showing up again and again.
So that means that they have no expectation of
That
privacy.
is, show me that is not my understanding of the
Okay,
law.
so we can have somebody explain it to you.
I think
Name and badge number?
you could, if you see it, you could record it.
Is that what?
Imagine walking into your local government office, camera in hand, doing nothing more than peacefully recording from public areas, and suddenly, you're surrounded by employees demanding you stop filming, accusing you of disrupting business, and even calling the police. That's exactly what happened in Westbury, New York, where a Long Island audit put public accountability to the test.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We're just curious. What are you doing again?
You're curious about what?
What you doing?
Recording, yes.
I'm recording. Yeah.
Are you supposed to be in here?
Am I not supposed to be in here? This is a public building. I'm sorry, ma'am.
We're just,
In your way.
just a little, nobody knows who you are, that's why.
I don't know who you are.
Well, we work here.
Okay. It's good to know. What's your name?
Bill.
Excuse me, Bill.
Could we help you with something?
No, I don't need any help. Thank you. I'm okay. Am I doing something wrong?
No.
Okay.
I don't know, just trying to figure out what you are doing.
Just video recording, sir. That's it.
Okay. Or could I ask for what purposes?
Personal purposes. I'm not going to divulge right now, but it's personal purposes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, I gotta ask if it's within this area here.
I'm going to go wherever it's publicly accessible, sir.
That's what I'm asking you to just stick to, wherever it's,
This is publicly accessible, sir.
well, it's publicly accessible, but it's not for the public. The courtroom is, but
How is it not for the public?
that's for employees.
What was your name?
Bob Giuliano.
Bob Giuliano. And you work for?
I'm working in the village.
Okay, great. Thank you.
But
Go ahead.
you're not
Sorry
going
about that.
Hallway over there.
Yeah. No, I understand that, but this is a public hallway.
Well, it isn't.
Now that you closed and locked the door, it isn't.
I didn't close anything.
Now that you did that, it isn't. I guess you can do that. Seems kind of rude to me, though. Seems kind of rude, but
I didn't close anything, but just want to.
yeah, okay.
Stick to the.
Just want to keep the public out, right?
No, not at all. We want to keep the public where.
Do you guys have something to hide from the public? Is that why you're closing the door?
I didn't. You have me on video.
You work here, though. You work here, though.
I'm on record of not closing anything.
You work here. Are you a supervisor here?
Would you like to go into the building department? You can go
Are
in here.
you a supervisor?
I am.
So one of your employees closed the door to a publicly accessible area.
The building department.
Great. Very nice. Not a lot of people working today, huh? That was very rude, sir.
No, it's not public access.
It is public access.
No, it isn't.
It is public access. Yes, it is. What's down here?
That's the basement, lower level storage.
Gotcha.
Now I got a problem if you're recording the employees, so.
I'm just recording.
Appreciate it if you
I'm
would.
working on a story, sir.
Okay, I appreciate if you wouldn't do that.
I understand.
Okay, so.
I would appreciate if you didn't close that door.
Okay, well, I did not close the door, and I'm going to have to ask you then if you would shut the camera off at this point.
I am not going to shut the camera off.
Okay, then I'm going to ask you to leave.
And I'm not going to leave, sir. All I'm doing is filming.
I know, but I don't want you filming the employees. I don't think the employees want you filming them. They haven't given you permission to film them.
I don't need their permission to film them, sir.
I think you do.
I do not.
Okay, well that's where we're disagreeing. So I'm going to.
So we're gonna have to disagree on that, sir.
Right.
Okay.
At this point, I'm going to ask you to leave.
And I'm going to politely decline that request, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we can meet.
I mean,
county police here. I mean,
You can have the county police come here all you want, sir. I'm sure they will.
Look,
do
I have
their-
no
do
problem
their
with you
job.
filming this area, but I don't want you filming employees.
I understand that you don't want that, but unfortunately, they're public employees, so that
Well,
means that they have no expectation of
That is-
privacy.
That is.
and-
Show me that. That is not my understanding of the
okay,
law.
so we can have somebody explain it to you.
I think for you.
Okay,
So until it's
and we will see.
So until it's explained, I would ask you to shut that off.
No, I'm not going to do that, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't want you filming my employees.
I understand that. I know that you don't want that.
So I'm asking you politely to
I-
shut your camera off until we get it all. If it's shown that you can
That's not how it works. I don't shut my camera off, and then when it's proven that I can film whatever I want in here, then I'm going to turn it back on. That seems backwards. I have a right to film.
I don't think you do have a right to film. You
Okay.
have a right to film this area, the public areas that you were filming. Is
Okay.
Fine.
If that's
But
if
when
that's
it com- but when it-
I can't change your
But
beliefs,
when
sir.
it comes to to the employees of the village, I would ask you not to film it.
Okay, and I understand that, and I'm politely declining that request. Again, like I said, you might not believe, you might believe a certain way. I can't convince you
And
otherwise.
And I can't convince you of the other way.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I'm going,
I don't know what else.
Until it's proven one way or the other, I'm going to ask you to shut your camera off, or just not film the employees.
And I understand that you're asking me that, sir.
Okay.
I get that 100%, but I'm telling you that I'm not, because respectfully, that I'm not. Sorry.
Exactly. Everybody's being very respectful.
Yeah,
I'm asking
great. I love a good dialogue, but
I'm just asking
again,
you not to film the employees.
okay, I understand. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Excuse me.
My question, the building's closed to the public?
Right, now, once again, I'm asking you not to film the employees.
I understand that. I'm observing what they're doing here.
Okay. I'm asking you not to film the employees.
I understand that, sir.
Okay. And once again, I'm asking you politely not to film the employees of the village.
And once again, I understand your request. I'm just filming in a public building. That's it.
Yes, I know you're filming in a public building, but I don't want you filming the employees of the village.
May I ask why?
Because they haven't consented to be filmed.
Well, if they're working in a public building, they did consent, because there's no expectation of privacy in a
totally
public building.
inaccurate.
There's no expectation of privacy in a public building. sir.
Absolutely is.
If they wanted privacy, you know what they would do? You know what they would be required to do? They would be required to go into one of those offices and close the door, and then they'd have their privacy. But being out in the open in a setting like this,
Well, they are in an office right now. They're in an office.
they're in an office that I can see into from a public area. Yeah. So that's just the way it is.
Asking
Unfortunately,
you- once again, respectfully asking you to not film the employees.
respectfully declining, sir. Unfortunately,
Is there any other filming that you want to do, or
I will get
are
to
you
it.
complete?
No, I'm not. I'm not complete. I'm not complete with what I'm doing. Unfortunately,
Once again,
for
can
you.
I ask you why you're filming?
I'm filming because for personal reasons, sir. I told you that. For personal reasons. It's a personal project I'm working on. That's it. Nothing sinister here.
You want to go into Anna's office? Guys?
What is it that they do here?
Different business for the permits, court, whatever it might be for the whole village related taxes.
Hi, ma'am. See, that's your right to do that. Not a big deal. You don't see me getting all in a tiffy over it. It's your right. Who's that guy you told to go in the office?
Just like you said, it's not your business.
Interesting. Interesting.
Okay, I'm sure you got enough footage now. So
I will
once again,
have.
I'm gonna ask you to leave.
Once again, I'm gonna decline that request, sir. Unfortunately for you, because I'm gonna decline it. Hi, ma'am. Hey, ma'am. Make sure you don't erase that video, okay? Because you're a public employee. I'm gonna request to see that footage.
It's her private phone.
But she's in an official capacity.
It's her private phone.
You're not a very good lawyer.
No, if you're a public employee and you're taking video while you're being paid by the public,
Okay.
that becomes public information. Just so you know. Just so you know.
I know what you.
I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you when I put the.
I know what I.
Okay.
Okay, great. I'm not here to argue with you, sir. I don't know why you're being so confrontational.
I'm not. Just like you said, it's not our business while you're filming. It's not your business while I send these people away without ID.
You could send them away, do whatever you want.
Correct.
Hey, ma'am, can I ask your name?
You don't have to tell them.
You don't have to tell me your name.
Nope.
Supervisor, do employees have to tell their name to the public?
No.
No? Not in your policy here? You should think about it. It's a good transparency and accountability.
Take that under advisement.
Good. Good. You should think about it. It's good transparency. You gave me your name, no problem. Very nice of you. As a public official should.
Okay. Once again, I'm going
I mean,
to ask
she's
you
videotaping
to
me.
stop videotaping.
She's videotaping
and
me.
Please leave the premises so we can get on
But
with
if you
with
can't
our-
control one of your own employees, what makes you think you control a member of the public?
I'm not trying to control anybody. I'm
You
asking
are
you-
by telling me what to do.
I am
you
not
are.
telling you what to do. I am respectfully asking, just as you
Respectfully
asked
decline.
me, I'm
I'm
respectfully
gonna
asking you to
okay.
stop video and please leave the premises. So, because at this point it's becoming a disruption.
I'm not disrupting anything.
It-
and that's
your,
why.
your
And,
presence in the videotaping is disrupting. Yes, it is.
okay. Again, that's an opinion. That's an opinion.
It's disrupting.
I mean, he has the law degree. Why don't we defer to him?
It's disrupting.
He says he has a law degree. So, Mr. Law Degree, would you like to chime in on this? Or not? It's your right to.
Okay. Once again, I really think you have to leave. You're disrupting the business.
I'm not disrupting anything, sir.
Yeah, you are. I mean,
And the video will show
I'm
that.
not able to conduct my
But
business.
the video will show
Hey,
that.
my name is Bill Mellon, the village of Westbury. Can you dispatch a radio call to our location, please? 235 Lincoln Place, Westbury, New York. Now we have somebody disrupting our work day.
You're disrupting your own work day.
No, he's not an employee, he's just a public person. Thank you, sir.
And the video will prove that I'm not disrupting anything. So that's why we
Well,
video.
I think you are disrupting.
It's your opinion. It's funny that you have a law degree, but yet you would call the police on something that they can't do anything about. That's very interesting to me. I don't know where you got your law degree from, but you're wasting the police officer's time. Sure, they got better things to do.
Did you sign in?
Once again,
Did you sign in, sir?
I'm not going to answer any of your questions,
Okay.
Mr. Lawyer.
That's all right. Then police can have you leave.
we answer my question. Did you sign in? We have, for COVID protocol, we ask everybody to sign in that comes into the village.
Is it a law?
Yes, it is, actually.
It's a law.
Same exactly the law.
Do you know if I do you know if I signed in or not?
I don't. That's what the question was. Did you sign
Okay,
in?
I'm gonna refuse to answer that question.
Okay. Once again, I'm asking you to stop.
I mean, your
recording.
employee's videotaping me. What do you?
asking you to stop.
She's
recording,
getting paid to videotape a
I'm
member of the
asking you
public.
to
That seems
stop
like very productive.
disrupting the workforce and.
I'm not. She's disrupting herself with that phone in her
asking
hand,
you to
sir.
stop
She should get back to
disrupting
work.
The workforce.
Should get back to work, ma'am.
I'm asking you to.
You're getting
stop
paid. You're getting paid by the
workforce.
You're getting
and
paid
please
by the public.
Stop
Respect
recording
that.
and please leave the premises.
I'm not disrupting anything, sir.
I said, if you guys want to go into Anna's office.
I think they're having too much fun not doing anything.
Well, they're being disrupted.
A man with a camera comes into a village hall. Everybody wants to stop working.
Staff just went into Anna's office, I think.
So what sort of functions do you guys do here normally when you are working?
Whatever functions are required for the village.
Can you give me an example?
Collecting taxes,
Okay.
collecting permits, issuing building permits.
Okay.
Court,
General public assistance.
General municipal work.
Okay. Sounds good. Pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
You do know the police are not going to do anything about this, correct? Or are you going to learn?
I will.
Would you respect? Honestly, can we make a deal like men? If the police tell me, listen. If the police tell me that I need to leave, or they'll arrest me, I will leave without any, and you will be right. If they don't, I would like you to learn from this so you understand that I have a right to do this, to film the public.
All I know is that in 15 minutes we close.
Okay, so maybe they won't be here in 15 minutes.
Right, but I'm going to ask you to leave at 15 minutes.
Sure, if you're closed, you're closed. No, that's not a problem. So just come back tomorrow.
We're here.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Just thought your building looked very interesting. Wanted to come video it. That's all. Never been here before. So if your policy is for employees not to identify themselves, if I wanted to, because I'm definitely not giving her a right to film me, right? Even though, but I'm in public. Do you see how absurd that sounds? But what if I wanted to make a complaint against this woman behind you? How would I go about getting her number to file that complaint, sir?
I would suggest that you send something to Village Hall, and then we'll take it under advisement. You have her description. You know where she sits. You can.
That's how the complaint system usually works here. I write a letter.
Yeah.
You don't have complaint forms.
No.
Anything
Write a
like that?
letter or an email.
Or who's the mayor here?
The mayor is Peter Cavallaro.
Peter Cavallaro, and he would be obviously that everybody here is boss, correct? Okay, Peter Cavallaro. So I think a letter to him would suffice probably. And if I wanted to do a Freedom of Information Act, sir?
You know,
Request?
You're foiling.
I'm foiling the public record she's making right now as a public employee. She's a public employee getting
On her
paid
own
by the
personal
public.
phone, I don't know. I'd have to.
Maybe that'll be another thing I mentioned to the mayor.
Yeah, I'd have to give that to the village attorney and have them
Okay.
research it.
Okay.
You
And just,
to get your phone now if you'd like.
you have Freedom of Information Act forms? Yeah, I would like that. That would be great. Thank you. Don't delete the footage, ma'am, okay? Because I think that's destroying public,
How do you know she's recording?
because she's been holding up her phone, pointing it at me.
It's all right.
Do you guys have cameras in here or no?
No.
No cameras. Okay. making you aware. It's public record now. So you know. Even if the lawyer says it's not.
Here you go, here's your form.
Thank you, appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Careful. Freedom of information requests. Village of Westbury. Let's hope this officer honors his oath to the Constitution.
Hey, Bob, I have 4:30
Yeah.
coming in, so I'll handle it. We're back.
Hey, how are you, sir?
How you doing,
What's
officer?
going on, man?
Can I just get your name and badge number?
You could, if you see it, you could record it.
Is that what you say to the judge?
Sure.
Okay.
What is your business here today?
Austin Fort, 3970.
What is your business here today?
Zumo 38. Thank you for saying your name, sir. My business here is First Amendment protected activity, sir. I don't need your assistance.
No, you don't need my assistance. I'm here for them. They called.
Okay, great.
Okay. So do you need any help?
You can help them then.
Okay. I just want to let you know they close in 15 minutes and everyone has to leave at that time.
I wouldn't want to stay past closing
Okay.
time. That's
All right, sounds
That's
good.
unreasonable,
We'll be
sir.
right here if you need anything. All right.
No problem.
Have a great day.
You guys have a great day.
Thank you, guys. All right, you got it.
I told you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
What's going on here?
Let's have a little friendly discussion.
I thought maybe after billing.
What started as an uncomfortable encounter quickly turned into a lesson in First Amendment rights. Despite pushback and confusion from public employees, the responding officers respected the law and walked away. It's a reminder that knowing your rights and standing firm in them makes all the difference.